video, we are discussing about the Java's primitive type. So first of all, let's discuss about the data types in Java. So what is data types? Data types specify the different sizes and value that can be stored in the variable. Java is a statically typed programming language. It means all variables must be declared before its use. That is why we need to declare variables types and name. So, there are two types of data types in Java. The first one is primitive data types and the second one is non-primitive data types. The primitive data types include boolean, character, byte, short, int, long, float and double. The non-primitive data types include classes, interfaces and arrays. Let's discuss about the primitive data types. In Java language, primitive data types are the building blocks of data manipulation. These are the most basic data types available in Java language. So, there are four types of primitive data types. First one is character type, then integer type, then floating point type, and then boolean type. So, here is the diagram of primitive data types in Java. The primitive data types are classified into four types. First one is character, integer, floating point and boolean. Now, character is further divided into char type. Integer will further divide it into four types, that is byte, short, int, long. Floating point will further divide it into float and double, and boolean is further divided into boolean type. So let's discuss each of these types. So first discuss about integer types. Integer type stores whole numbers, positives or negative, such as 1, 2, 3 or minus 456 without decimals. Valid types are byte, short, int, long. Which type you should use depends on the numeric value and the range of the numeric value. So, as you know the range of the value, you can decide which type of data types you use. But by default, integer types have int data types by default. So, let's discuss about, first of all, we're discussing about byte data type. The byte data type is an 8-bit signed 2 complements integer. Range is minus 128 to 127. The byte data type is used to save memory in large arrays where the memory saving is most required. For example, byte A is equals to 10, byte B is equals to minus 20. So, byte value is very small amount of value as it contains only 8-bit signed variable complements integer. Next one is short data type. The short data type is a 16-bit signed 2 complements integer and its range is minus 32,768 to 32,767. For example, short S is equals to 10,000 or short R is equals to minus 5,000. Next is int data type. This is the most important data types. The int data type is a 32-bit signed 2's complement integer. Range is minus 2 to the power 31 to 2 to the power 31 minus 1. The int data type is generally used as a default data type for integral values unless if there is no problem about memory. For example, int A is equals to 1 lakh or int B is equals to minus 20 lakh. Next is long data type. The long data type is a 64-bit 2's complement integer and its range is 2 to the power 63 to 2 to the power 63 minus 1. This type of data type used when you need a range of values wider than those provided by int. For example, if you want to use a big sum of integer, in that case we used long data types. Where we can't use int data types, then only we can use long data types. So next is floating point type. First of all, it is float data type. The float data type is a single precision 32-bit IEEE 754 floating point. Its value range is unlimited. It is recommended to use a float instead of double if you need to save memory in large arrays of floating point numbers. The float data type should never be used for precise values such as currency. Its default value is 0.0 capital F. For example, float F1 is equals to 234.5 F. Next is double data type. The double data type is a double precision 64-bit IEEE 754 floating point. Its value range is unlimited. The double data type is generally used for decimal values just like float. The double data type also should never be used for precise values such as currency. Its default value is 0.0 T. And for default purpose in floating point type, we use double data type. For example, double D1 is equals to 12.3, and it's not necessary to use small d or capital D after the double value, but yes, it's necessary to use capital F or small f after float data type. So next, let's discuss about the Boolean type. The Boolean data type is used to store only two possible values, either true or false. This data type is used for simple flags that track true-false conditions. The Boolean data type specifies one bit of information, but its size can't be defined precisely. For example, Boolean 1 is equals to false, and the default value of Boolean type is false. Let's discuss about character type. The character data type is a single 16-bit Unicode character. Its value range lies between \U 40 or 0 to \U 4FF, which is equals to 0 to 65,535 inclusive. The character data type or the char data type is used to store characters. For example, char letter A is equals to capital A. So these are the things behind the primitives data types. Thank you.